Tomorrow is my youngest daughter Kathleen's 23rd birthday, April 13th, 2025, tomorrow. Today's the 12th. Oh, I just wrote and shared with Chris some very special words that heaven literally helped me to not only find the words, but also helped me to write, to preserve. Because there are such words and emotions and things in life that are meant to be saved, cherished, shared, preserved. I could go on forever about my life struggles and all of that, and yet each day heaven continues to remind me that it's not about yesterday, and yet it is. You gotta have yesterday in order to be here today. And every yesterday is what brings me closer to each moment of each day. I am Natalie. I am the Good Shepherd. I drink Fireball. I've been sick. I've been healthy. I've had health issues my whole life. I've been called by doctors an anomaly, meaning it doesn't make sense, anything with me. And yet I have come all these years to understand and learn the ways that heaven, beyond such words we use in life like validates, or labels or diagnoses you with. I have come to today and every day different ways of beyond perceiving, shedding such perceptions, and embracing heaven's blueprints of my life. I will continue to share what I feel, what I think, I will always be a sensitive, highly sensitive, emotional creature, and I smile in delight knowing that this is why heaven hasn't given me a horse, that Jesus gave me 2 lambs on Christmas Eve, and JC, my father-in-law, most unexpectedly, entirely unexpectedly, and yet in hindsight, no, I knew all along, without knowing, without thinking, because that's the way heaven works, that JC passed the torch to me, the Jesus torch. And when somebody in life beyond shares Jesus with you, but passes that torch as JC did, and when I began to read the Bible every day, because I inherited one of his Bibles, it has been my entire joy as well as horrific pain to share with family, not life, with family, the absolute awe, AWE, and divine peace and joy of knowing that heaven is real, and heaven wants us all in life to know heaven on earth. It is a big, big, big job for anyone in this life to share Jesus, in particular Jesus. I am honored that heaven aligned it all this way. Before I even met my husband, heaven knew that one day JC would lead me to Jesus. JC, his initial alone. JC, Jesus Christ. Whew, it's a lot to take in. It's been a lot to take in. And I've been writing about my life every day. Well, my whole life, really. I began writing when I was probably 7 years old. And I'm most grateful to be here today in this life. It's not about when I feel sick, which I feel sick every day. It's about being catapulted beyond the sickness and the pain to continue carrying on a mission, a divine mission that I can't argue, I can't question, I can't doubt. I can only wonder and continue seeking my own fairy tale life in discovering such trinkets and treasures along my own ways, finding the breadcrumbs, the pieces to the puzzle, whether it's crossword puzzles of words or flat laying puzzles on a table, metaphorically speaking. It is a fairy tale adventure. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that heaven paired me with a soulmate, my husband, who does love me and hasn't left me, as my entire family has said all along. You know, such things that I do know. I'm hard to live with. I'm not into words. I'm not into labels. Yes, I am such things by definition that need to be by definition because it's the only way that life can understand. I am a empath. I am a highly sensitive being, just like my sheeps are. Sheep. I am a protector, just like my livestock guardian dogs are, that were brought home the following year on Christmas Eve. And all the loss of life from my farm animals I continue to embrace what I feel when these animals are dying. Whether it's Beaver the bobcat, Flo, Angel the sweet silky hen, Natasha, my sweet precious Chihuahua Peach, on November 11th, 11/11. What I embrace of my daughters with their anger, I don't even like the word hate, but of their anger, and yes, it is hate of me at this point. I continue to see, when I do, of my daughters with a smile somewhere deep inside my soul, if not on my face, that job well done, Mom, Natalie, look at your girls. And yet, it's not all up to me. It is our blueprint. It is the way we are born into this life. It is heaven's plan, not ours. Heaven watches us. Heaven leads us. Heaven embraces us. Heaven encourages us. Heaven comforts us. And I've most definitely been alone. From support from family most of my life, and yet I continue to find ways to awaken. There's another word. I don't like to use these words, but they are words that life can relate to. I continue to awaken to embracing what I share from angels with life is real. I'm grateful for those who embrace and receive beyond, another word I don't like, validate, beyond what they validate of what I deliver is so undeniably something I can't know. I understand that, I guess it's in my blueprint that my family can't yet relate to who Natalie is. I'm still discovering who I am. And I am Natalie. I am an angel on earth. I am a messenger to life. I am the good shepherd. These are moments I can't deny. And it's not about proving these moments of my life existence to anybody. And yet it is up to me, from what heaven says to me, it is up to me to share. And when you live for God and Jesus and Spirit, when you live for heaven in such ways, it is about accepting that you will be thrown away, you will be burned, you will be buried alive, you will be hurt terribly, and you will suffer with such anomaly-like illnesses. I had what I thought was a partial mastectomy several years ago, and it was just, this past month when I went in for something with my esophagus issues that I saw on the x-ray the difference, the white and the black of my breasts. I didn't have a partial mastectomy, and yet, yes, I did, because they didn't take my whole breast away. But to me, my perception, my life-learned ways of perceiving, when I heard partial mastectomy, I thought, well, I got a deformed breast. And I've struggled. I had that infection for over a year. I'm not here to get into all that now. But when I saw this x-ray, which was really of my esophagus, but all that captured my eyes was the white and the black of my breast, that was heaven letting me know this is your journey. And you have had a lot of pain and suffering, and you did have your whole breast taken. And yet, Natalie, this is what heaven has said to me all along. Natalie, you haven't cared about your brown spots all over your neck and your face, which people can see, and yet you've cared so deeply about your breast, which nobody sees. Not even your husband. The white deer. Me sharing on social media, me deciding recently to start sharing on Facebook. TikTok was my whole venue because I didn't know anybody. It was all strangers, and that was a beautiful way to begin sharing. And then one day heaven was like, I don't hear these things, it's not through my ears, but one day heaven was like, Natalie, start sharing on Facebook. And I was like, oh God, oh what? Oh no. Why are you gonna put me into this boat, God? And yet I don't question, and I have shared, and it's never been to me about numbers, it's never been to me about viral, it's never been to me about anything. And yet such moments as flow with 50 million views on that TikTok video, it wasn't even about the 50 million, it was about the now, today, all these months later, 2.9 million 2.9 million hearts beyond the 50 million views. My Madam Queen Hen Flo was here with her own hen, chicken, purpose in life. And it is why heaven kept her alive. It is why she survived. It is why Beaver the bobcat was catapulted into our farm and died in the baby Bjorn in my arms. I gotta go check on the birds. Everything in my life is real, and there's no way I can capture it every day because I'm living it. I've been a writer my whole life, and I can barely keep up with writing anymore because I'm living.